Rays hosting the Orioles. The Orioles are plus 125 on the money line. The Rays are minus 150. The over-under is 8 runs. The Orioles getting a run and a half on the run line are minus 170, meaning if you bet them that way and they win this game outright, you win. They lose by 1, you win. And the Rays laying a run and a half on the run line are plus 140, meaning if you bet them that way, they must win by 2. Wells pitched 4 times against the Rays last year. 1 2/3, 4 runs, 4 earned. They lost that game 8-0. That was in Tampa, and he struck out 2. 4 2/3, 3 runs, 3 earned. They won that game 8-6 in 13 innings. He struck out 4. 5 2/3, 3 runs, 3 earned. They lost that game 5-4. That was in Tampa. He struck out 6. 4 1/3, 4 runs, 4 earned. They lost that game 6-4 in 10 innings, and he struck out 5. The Orioles are 7-3 as a team in Wells' last 10 starts. He's averaging 5 2/3 innings pitched and 6.6 strikeouts per game in his last 10 games. Bradley did not pitch against the Orioles either last year or this year. The Rays are 5-4 as a team in the games in which he started. He's averaging 4 2/3 innings pitched and 7 strikeouts per game in those games. In the last game, he struck out 11 batters out of the 14 outs that he faced, or something like that. So, dude was a strikeout machine. Head-to-head, the home team is 6-4. The Orioles are on a 3-game winning streak. The Orioles are 6-4 against the Rays in their last 10. The underdog, you guessed it, 6-4 on the money line, and the underdog getting a run and a half on the run line is also 6-4. There's only been one one-run game in their last 10 meetings, and it happened in this series that they played against, the last series that they played against each other. The over-under is 5-5, and the under 8 specifically is 5-4-1, and the wind really doesn't matter because they're playing in Tropicana Field, and it's a dome. The last game they played against each other, which was earlier today, the Orioles won 8-6. The game before that, the Orioles won 2-1. The game before that, the Orioles won 4-2. And the game before that, the Rays won 3-0. The Orioles are 3-1 against the Rays this season. Now, the Orioles have won their last 2 games. They are 7-3 in their last 10 and 2-2 in their last 4. The over has hit in their last 2 games, and the over-under is 5-5 in their last 10. 13 runs, 5 runs, 9 runs, and 14 runs. 3 runs and a loss, 2 runs and a loss, 6 runs and a win, 8 runs and a win. For the Rays, they've dropped their last 3. They are 4-6 in their last 10. The over is hit in their last 2 games, and the over is 5-4-1 in their last 10 games. 8 runs, 2 runs, 9 runs, 14 runs, 6 runs and a win, shutout and a loss, 4 runs and a loss, 6 runs and a loss. Wells is pitching well this year, but he didn't pitch well against the Rays, and when these teams are division rivals like this and a team owns a pitcher, I'm going to lean with the team that tends to own the pitcher, and I could be completely wrong, but I'd rather go down with the Rays in this one. Rays with the money line, Rays laying the runs, and I'm going to go over. These are just my picks. If you disagree, please go with your gut, and please bet responsibly.